If YouTube is in easy mode, why does it still feel so dang hard? Let's talk about it. I've been seeing a lot of videos lately coming up in my feed that YouTube is in easy mode, and I think it's a little deceptive. And if you think you're just going to get on here and make a video and blow up and go viral just by doing 3 simple things or whatever it is that creator happens to be saying, I think you might need a reality check. It is true that in some ways it's easier than ever to get started on YouTube. The barriers to entry are so much lower now. It used to be you had to have a really good camera, a good lighting setup, good audio, and really scripted videos. Plus, you had to be an expert at editing and have all of the things flying in and flying out and zoom cuts and L cuts and J cuts and all of that kind of stuff in order for your videos to get seen and for people to watch them and to keep watching them. And that part of YouTube has gotten easier. With just the technology that you carry around in your pocket, you can find a south-facing window or go outside or sit in your car and film a video. And you don't have to know all of the editing tricks and be a professional editor in order to put a video up on YouTube anymore. If you can just cut out some of the worst of the stumbles and tangents that go nowhere that nobody needs to even hear, then that's all you really need to know. Because especially if you're trying to reach an older millennial or Gen X audience, or even the boomers, we're kind of done with all of that. You don't have to change things every 2 seconds to keep our attention. If what you're saying is valuable to us, then we'll keep watching. And those are the people I'm trying to reach. So I have actually cut back on the retention style editing. I tried to do that for a while, and it just doesn't feel like me. There are times that I will put things on the screen and that sort of thing if I feel that it helps, either the story that I'm trying to tell or the information that I'm putting out, titles, that kind of thing. But just to move the camera or zoom in or zoom out so that you're like, oh, and your attention is brought back, I don't know, it feels unnecessary. So in that respect, yes, technology, editing, the knowledge that you need to get started is definitely lower than ever and easier than ever. However, growing on YouTube is not easy. There are a lot of creators out there. Oh, one more thing that makes it easier right now is that YouTube is featuring small channels on the homepage. It is not just all of the big ones. And even in search, they will put some smaller channels up there when you search a term. So in that respect, it's also easier to get discovered. And you see small YouTubers who have a video, they may only have 500 subscribers, and they have a video with 10,000 views. And that's because YouTube put that video on the homepage and recommended it to 20,000, 40,000, 50,000 people. So there were a lot of impressions, and therefore they got more views. That's unlikely to happen on multiple videos for the same creator because there are a lot of creators out there. And it's kind of like the lotto or a slot machine. And I'm fairly certain that YouTube uses game theory in both keeping creators creating content and drawing new ones to the platform. And it's like playing a slot machine. If somebody sees somebody hit the jackpot, then they're going to just keep playing and putting more coins in, hoping that it happens for them. And it's a random variable payout that keeps people coming back for more. Playing the lotto, gambling, all of it. Random variable payouts. Goes back to your Psych 101 classes, remember? And so YouTube has given small creators a random variable payout, and you see somebody hit it big and you think that could be me. And it could. It absolutely could. But it also might not be. And if you are quitting your job and going all in on being a full-time content creator on the hope that you're going to hit it big, it's about as wise as deciding to become a full-time gambler. For most of us out here trying to build a YouTube channel, it is not easy. It is a lot of hard work. I did have a video pop off this summer. It helped me get over the hump to monetization, and I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for every subscriber that I received, and I'm grateful for every watch hour. But since then, I have not received a payout yet from YouTube because I haven't hit the $100 threshold to get a check. And so if I were only doing this because I wanted to be monetized and to receive AdSense money and make a living off of this, I don't know that there would be enough reward to make the work worth it. The thing is, I'm not just doing this to get a payout. Yeah, I'd love it if I did, but I just really enjoy the process. I enjoy talking about things that I'm interested in. I enjoy making videos. It's creative. It challenges me. I've learned a lot by doing this, and I just enjoy it and think it's fun. So that keeps me going. Plus, I want to help other people. I want to share my stories. I want to share knowledge that I've learned, tips and techniques that I've learned for putting on makeup, growing into this older skin and hair and body and all of that that's going on, and just connect with other women who are going through it too. And so that keeps me going. And when I make a little bit of money, that's just icing on the cake. So if you're going to start a YouTube channel, just make sure you have something to say. I have seen so many videos lately of people getting on and saying, I'm going to start a YouTube channel and I'm going to chronicle my journey of starting a YouTube channel. And that's like the full extent of their content. I mean, that's only interesting for so long. So say something, share a story, share your experiences, and figure out who you want to attract to your channel. I think a lot of grow your YouTube channels are ones that tend to get put up on the homepage as small channels because, let's face it, it's worthwhile for YouTube to have more creators on their platform, especially small ones that they don't have to share their revenue with. When you're monetized and they put ads on your videos, you get a portion of that as the creator. If you're not monetized, they can still put ads on your video and they don't have to give you anything. And so I think we have to remember that YouTube is a corporation and their fiduciary duty is to their shareholders. And so they are wanting to maximize profits for their shareholders by providing a product that they sell to advertisers. And the product that they sell to advertisers is the viewer's time and attention. And so the more people who are creating content, the more people that could be drawn to watch that content, and the more they can sell advertising time. I realize that that might sound kind of heartless, but that's kind of the way it works. And if you start thinking that YouTube is there for you, the creator, and it's not fair, and why is this person getting promoted, but I'm not getting promoted, and this person doesn't have this, but I have this, and it's better, and I should, you're just going to kind of drive yourself crazy. Because it is a little bit of a game of chance. Yes, you can increase your odds by creating great content that people want to watch and having thumbnails and titles that will promise something, and then your content delivers on the promise. Clickbait titles don't work. People will bounce in the first 30 seconds if you have a clickbait title that you are not delivering on. And when that happens, YouTube doesn't show your content. So give a little bit of time to thinking about who you want to create content for and what you want to say. The advice to not niche down and to just say whatever you want to say, whatever comes off your head, I think is bad advice for a new YouTuber. If you have 50,000 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers, you have a lot more freedom to say whatever you want to say. And because people are there at that point because they like you, and they will pretty much listen to anything you have to say. When you're getting started, nobody knows who you are, and frankly, nobody cares. And that may seem harsh, but it's the truth. And if you can go into this with the idea that nobody knows me, and I need to tell them about me, and give them a reason to watch, I think you'll be better off. And the way the algorithm works is it looks at your video. They have AI. They can transcribe it immediately. They know what your video is about. That's why tags aren't that much important anymore, because you can put tags in there, but YouTube knows what your video is about without the tags. And they look for people who have watched similar content in the past and show that to them. And then when you put up another video, they're going to assume that it's similar and show it to the same people. But if it's different, then they have to find a new audience for it. And it just gets harder to build on the audience that YouTube is finding for you if every video you have appeals to somebody different. That's not going to be the way it is forever. You will have freedom to do other things later, and you can sprinkle in some other things, but you should have a general idea of who you're talking to and what you're saying. As a general rule, my audience is women over 50. I have viewers in their 20s. My analytics show that. So I am not specifically and exclusively for that audience. But when YouTube sees a new video of mine, that's probably who they're going to show it to first. So if I'm suddenly talking about something that demographic has absolutely no interest in at all, that video, when it goes out to my subscribers, is not going to get watched. And therefore, YouTube probably isn't going to show it to very many more people. So yes, you have freedom to talk about what you want to talk about, but you also have to realize that if you decide to go down that path, that you are going to probably grow slower than someone who is more niche focused. So just make the decision knowingly. And then if that's what you want to do, great, own it. But then also realize that you might grow a little slower than someone who didn't take that same path. I also think that absolutely no editing probably isn't going to serve you best. Not that I think that you need to do flashy editing and stuff, but cutting out long pauses or tangents that you went down that had absolutely nothing to do with the overall vibe of, or topic of the video, or if you really just stumbled badly and need to start over with something, being able to at least cut those sections out, I think is helpful for your video. Because if people get bored because there's pauses and that kind of thing, unless your message is just so riveting that they will sit through that to hear what you're saying, they're probably going to leave at that point. And so cutting out the places where people are likely to leave will help with your retention, and that will help YouTube send it to more people. So while retention editing in the form of that word that means all of the flashy cuts every 2 seconds and that kind of thing is a thing of the past, you do still need to be a little bit focused on retaining your viewers as long as you can. You will lose some in the first 8 to 30 seconds. And a lot of that happens because of the autoplay that YouTube has. If someone is scrolling and they stop on your video and it autoplays for more than 3 seconds, that's counted as a view. If they then continue on, they are one of those people in that hockey stick that you see in your retention graphs. They're one of those people who bounced right away. And if you have a lot of those, it takes a lot of people watching all the way through to the end in order to make up for that and to bring that graph back up. So that's why you want to make sure that those first 8 seconds will deliver on the promise of the thumbnail and title so that they will actually click into the video and not just skip through the autoplay. So that's why I think some editing is helpful, because the longer you can keep people watching your video and give them fewer reasons to leave, the better off you're going to be. So I just wanted to throw a word of caution out there that if you see, oh, YouTube is on easy mode and all you have to do is these 3 things and you're going to go viral and blow up and get your subscribers and your watch time and be making bucket loads of money, just take a step back and realize that while that might happen to a person here or there, for the vast majority of us, it is a long, slow road to get there. And you need to be doing this for reasons other than making a boatload of money. Get rich quick schemes are generally not what they seem. If something seems too good to be true, it probably is. And when the people telling you how to grow your YouTube channel themselves have only been around for 4 weeks or 8 weeks, maybe you need to take it with a grain of salt, because it might be something they're doing. They might have cracked the code and know exactly how to do this, but they also might have just gotten lucky. And I don't want this to sound like sour grapes at all, because it's not. I'm happy with where my channel is. I, of course, would love to grow more, but I'm having fun and I'm enjoying the process. It just bothers me when I see people encouraging others in a way that's disingenuous or misleading. And I just wanted to put a different opinion out there, that while, yes, it is easy to get started on YouTube, it is still a lot of hard work to grow and make a channel successful. And I hope that you will be one of those who put in the hard work and has an amazingly successful channel. Have a great day. I'll talk to you later.